What's up? What's up, everybody? This is Tuan again, doing another live video. Yesterday, I talked a little bit about the opportunities that are coming with Facebook. Today, I want to talk a little bit about something that some of you may find a little bit on the controversial side. I really don't find it controversial because I'm not arguing, for this one way or the other. I'm just putting out information out here. So the other day, I was contacted by a recruiter for a position at a particular company. It was a larger company, and it's a company that a lot of you grew up watching their movies and stuff and their fairy tales. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. And so the recruiter asked me a series of questions because what recruiters do, let me explain the process of recruiters. A lot of times recruiters will find you on LinkedIn and they'll contact you and say, hey, I'm working with one of the companies and this position would be really good for you. And so you have a conversation to find out more about, from your perspective, to find out more about the position, but also from their perspective, see if you're a good match for this company. And recruiters are everywhere, literally on LinkedIn, because how the process basically works is if they recruit you and you sign on to that company, they can get anywhere from a 5,000 to a 10,000, 20,000 bonus. Depends on the salary position, the type of position, all that other stuff. All right, so great. Now, after going through the entire questioning process, he asked me the final question, which was, have you taken the candy, the trick or treat? And when I say that, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. And if you don't, watch the video over, you'll get the context of it. And so I told him, no, I have not taken the trick or treat candy. And he says, well, this company is going to want you to show proof that you've taken the trick or treat candy. I said, that's fine. And we got into this very brief conversation about does it even make sense for someone who works remote to even be required to take candy, trick or treat candy. And he agreed and said, well, no, it doesn't make sense because in actuality, by you being remote, you actually do more of a service of not being around people and possibly, getting them, sick or anything like that. So we agreed on that. However, that was still something this company wanted. And what I'm going to say about this is not, every company is not going in this direction simply because it doesn't make a lot of sense. The current company I work for, what they've said to me is we opted to go the route of getting everyone tested. However, if you don't, if you're remote, then that can't happen. So as you guys are, again, considering your current situation at your job, think about this. Think about this. And this is one of the reasons why, I'm pushing this. I'm not going to be out there protesting. I'm not going to be out there shouting to the top of my lungs on what a person should do with their with themselves. But what I will say is my role in this is to try to give people, at least show people opportunity that exists outside of what you may be privy to at this moment. And I think that's how you fight back in some ways. So I know I'm going with the arms and all this other stuff, but again, I'm getting better at this live thing. So the point is this: everyone's not going that direction, and so far with my current company, they haven't said anything about it. I don't expect them to say anything about it, and if they do, fine. I have a skill that will allow me the opportunity to go elsewhere. And when that time comes, I'll make that decision when I'm ready to make that decision. So just understand that whatever you may be experiencing now, because some of you got, suck ass jobs, to be honest with you. Let's just call it what it is. You don't like your job. And what I'm saying to you is do something about it. Don't just complain about it. Don't tell your moms or your dad or whoever, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. Do something about it. And it doesn't take as long as you might think to get this done. I'm working with a student right now. Shout out to you, Raj. He's more than qualified to do this. It's just a matter of getting the right opportunity and that first company saying yes. And I honestly believe that it's going to happen for him in the next couple of weeks. So my question to you is, what will you be doing in the next couple of weeks? With any goal that you're trying to achieve, you have to find ways to break it down into more digestible pieces. Just the same thing, like let's say if you was going to college. You're not going to get your degree as a freshman. It doesn't work out like that. There's a process. You have to take courses every semester, and each course is broken down by a certain amount of weeks. And so it's an incremental process, but as long as you're moving forward in that direction. So the same thing with this. Maybe, your first step is to say, you know what, I'm going to spend, 2 hours or an hour or something like that watching some videos, explain to me what is a Facebook ad. How do you structure them? How do you put them together? And then a couple of weeks later, once you figure that out, you go to Google. And then after that, you say, okay, I have a pretty good understanding of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start working on my resume. And just making sure that you have the right keywords, words that actually, pertain to what it is you're trying to do. And I want to talk about that too, and I may do a separate video on this. The employers really do not care about all that you've done in your life when you are doing your resume. They don't care about your working here and working there. It doesn't matter. They want to know what relevant experience do you have according to the position that you're applying for. And I get that some of you may not necessarily have very relevant experience, but it shouldn't stop you from doing it, which is why you got to find projects to do, which I'm going to go into detail with, not just in my course, but I may do a live one day where I'm actually showing you how to do a project, showing you how to do keyword research. And from keyword research, you can then do the spreadsheets that will be required, after you've done your keyword research. So I may do that. I don't know. One way or the other, just do something. I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot, but just do something, because I know all of you are very intelligent. You're more than capable of doing this. You're part of this group. Some of you are part of this group because we're friends offline and all that stuff, and that's great. But some of you know people who need this more than oxygen right now. They're in very tough situations, and they need something else, not just to look forward to, but something else that's going to put them in a better position as far as their life goes. And so I just would encourage you to continue to, press forward and break down things in a very small way. It doesn't have to be, like I said, it's not about perfection. It's about progression at the end of the day. That's really what it's about. Also, I want to say this along the lines of the interview process. Realize in the sales process, people generally say no about 7 to 10 times before they say yes. And so what I want you to understand is that if you apply that same concepts to interviews and things like that, you're going to get rejected a few times. Even if you know what you're talking about, even if you feel like I'm really confident, it went well, it's part of the process. As I said to you before, in I think a earlier post or earlier video, it wasn't until my 8th interview that I got my yes. And out of that, I think I may have applied for, at that point, probably about 500, 550 jobs. And you're saying, well, how did you apply for so many jobs? Well, it's easy. All you have to do is get a LinkedIn account and you do the easy apply. And that will be, in some cases, just one click. In other cases, it'll be a couple of clicks. But it's a very small It doesn't take a lot of time, is what I'm trying to say, to do it. I mean, you can easily knock out, apply for 20 jobs within an hour using that, method. So again, I want to encourage all of you to just get out there, do something, and move in that direction. We're about 2 months away, 2.5 months away from the new year. And so, what is your new year going to look like for you? It could be totally different. I know last year around this time, I hadn't, uh, I hadn't came to come to Mexico just yet. I was still in North Carolina, and I had just started working my job at that time. And so now this year is completely different for me. New position, uh, new city, new friends, new culture. I even know Spanish now. I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I know more than I did when I first got here. So all of you have the ability to grow, to master things, to get better, and because you're a human being, and that's the ability that we have as human beings. We have the ability to change by our choosing, not just because life dictates us that we're supposed to change, we're going to change. Yes, that part of it, but we have a choice in what we want for our future. And I'm going to always believe that there's always other options out here. Just because someone tells you this is the only way doesn't necessarily mean that's the only way. That just may be them saying to you that's the only opportunity that they're aware of, but that's not necessarily all that there is. So again, I just want to encourage you guys to get on it. The opportunities are here. You just have to take some of your time and focus, 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 focus. And I'm going to leave on that note. And if you have any questions or you have any comments, please put them there. We're going to grow this. We're going to grow this group out. I believe in a very short time, this group is going to be 1,000 members strong. But I need a favor from all of you. I need for you to continue to invite people that you believe will benefit from this information. Again, you know people who don't like their jobs. You know people who are looking for something better. Because here's the key. Get the job and opportunity so you can get the lifestyle that you want. It's a lot of people out here who pretending like they got a certain lifestyle and they're living a certain way. I live 10 minutes from the beach. So I'm living that lifestyle. If I wanted to live the beach lifestyle every day, I could. However, that's not something I really desire to do, but it's good to know that it's there. And everyone doesn't like the beach, but what I'm saying is everyone do what you love to do and find a way to do it, but find something that can support that so that you can get to where you want to be. There's a saying that goes something like this: do things today that your future self will be proud of. And I'll leave it on that note. So thank you again for watching the video. And as this thing continues to ramp up, we're going to get better. I'm going to get better at doing these videos. And yeah, that's it. So thanks again. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.